You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
There's all these people who are woke, but now even the woke, like Stacey Abrams, are starting to see, oh no, what have I unleashed? Just lost my state $100 million in revenue. Stacey Abrams and the Democrats cost Georgia $100 million in revenue because they complained about something they didn't read, and they said about it that wasn't true.
Yes, he's absolutely right. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. This is April 6, 2021. Stacey Abrams and all the rest of the woke crowd in Georgia and all around the nation that never even read the Georgia law just jumped on the lies as it was peddled to them. Georgia's trying to disenfranchise minorities, not going to let them vote. You're going to starve and die of thirst on the voting line because you can't give them any water. And it's just wrong. It's just going to be so bad and terrible. So let's put pressure on Georgia. What can we do to put pressure on Georgia? Dollars. So the woke cancel culture rushed forward, and even President Biden went along with it. He was asked, what do you think about maybe Major League Baseball moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta, Georgia, somewhere else because of the Georgia election law passed by Republicans? I think it'd be a good idea. It could be a good idea. I'm not telling, but it could be. He bought into it. And hours after he made that statement, suddenly MLB says, yeah, we're yanking it. We're taking it out of Georgia. And we're going to move it to Denver. Denver, Colorado. Yanking that game out of Georgia at this point, as you heard Senator Rand Paul say, is costing the state of Georgia $100 million. And most of that money would have been spent to help those who are service industries, concessionaires at the ballpark and waitresses and cleaning maids and so forth at various hotels. 8,000 plus rooms canceled overnight. Once they knew the game wasn't going to be there, they canceled the rooms. And if we had not been in the midst of COVID, it would have been massive. It would have been even bigger, maybe 3-4 times that amount because of all the restrictions. A lot of folks aren't going, or when they go, can they get in the stadium, all this stuff. So it wiped a lot of that out and more based on a lie that the Georgia new election laws will make people stand in line until they drop dead without any water. That is not right. We did it yesterday. We'll go through it again. They, first of all, can bring their own water and food if they think they're going to be out there that long. And secondly, the poll watchers can make sure that water is provided in a receptacle nearby or give it to them. They're trying to stop anyone that might come up and offer something for someone in exchange basically for a vote. So I'm here to help you, and candidate so-and-so sent this. We appreciate your vote. You cannot electioneer. You know that within, depending on the state, the city, or whatever the laws are, anywhere from 100 feet to 200 feet within the polls, electioneering. You see it every time you go in to vote, assuming you do vote. So now Major League Baseball pulling out of Georgia, you know what they're doing by going to Denver. First of all, taking out of Georgia. Georgia city is predominantly black, and it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them. And they're going to Colorado where predominant whites. Does that not sound like a reverse cancel culture that they totally messed up? Yeah. Well, we obviously have a lot to speak about that. And to that extent, Texas Governor Abbott had said yesterday he was supposed to throw out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opener. But because MLB is pushing this false narrative about the Georgia election reform and moving its game, he said, I cannot go out there and throw that first pitch for the Texas Rangers. I'm looking forward to, but that would have been doing something absolutely ridiculous. He said they've already done something ridiculous. I'm not going to add to it by coming out there and throwing the pitch. And a lot of folks have Turned away, said, I'm done with baseball now. You destroyed that sport as well. What about you? And then you also have, speaking about the Texas Rangers, Dr. Fauci saying, oh, you got to be concerned about the Texas Rangers Stadium. I mean, the COVID spreader. Fauci, south of the ball game part, down along the border, is where we have thousands of illegals coming across. And that is a super spreader event at the border. And you said yesterday, and you're going to hear it again, folks, that's not my job. I don't need to go to the border. That's not my job. Your job is either to help protect this nation from COVID wherever it originates, or you're not, or you're a farce, or both. We got a lot to cover in the next 2 hours. Let your friends and family know, even your enemies know we're on the air. Lock and load. Ready. On the right.
You can hear podcast of this program at Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.